concepts. Follow along as we perform the play. Turn the page when you hear this sound. Now, let's read. Reader's Theater, The Big Cheese, by Annabelle Howard, illustrated by Karen Leon. The Big Cheese. Characters. Narrator.
Mr. John Leland, a town leader.
Darius Brown, a young man.
Mr. Reynolds, an apple press owner.
Mr. Higgins, a cooper.
Mrs. Molly Smith, a townsperson.
Mrs. Elizabeth Price, a townsperson.
Martha, a farmer's daughter.
George, a farmer's son.
Frank, a farmer's son.
Alice, a farmer's daughter.
Setting. Early June 1801, Cheshire, Massachusetts. It is a sunny June morning in the town of Cheshire, Massachusetts. Town leader John Leland is sharing a new idea.
President Thomas Jefferson is a very fine president. Do we all agree?
Yes, we do.
Can I tell them, sir? Please?
Darius, it is my idea. Please step aside.
What idea?
It's such a great idea. Just wait. We are waiting.
I would like our town to give President Jefferson a gift.
Doesn't he have everything?
Yes, what could we give him that he doesn't already have?
Cheese.
Cheese?
Our very own special Cheshire cheese.
An enormous, huge wheel of it.
We'll make the greatest cheese in America for the greatest man in America.
Just how many cows must be milked for this cheese?
Every cow in Cheshire will want to help.
Yes, I know they will. I can't wait to tell my Daisy Belle.
How big will the vat need to be for the milk?
How big is the biggest vat in Cheshire, Mother?
6 feet wide.
6 feet? That is big.
6 feet is perfect. We will have the most wonderful cheese.
I can't cut such a large amount of curd by hand.
No one can. I don't see how this can be done, Mr. Leland.
There are simply not enough hours in the day, I'm afraid.
What if we all take turns?
We can work together.
Of course. We can all pitch in.
At the end, our town will proudly say that we made a cheese for President Jefferson with our own hands.
I like Mr. Leland's idea, but we'll need a lot of curd and whey to make all that cheese. How will we stir it?
How many big spoons are there in Cheshire?
Many, child, many.
Then many people can stir at the same time.
The child is quite right, Mrs. Price.
And we must take out all that whey. I fear that will take forever.
Don't worry, I'll help to send that whey on its way.
I will too.
No one will ever work alone. We will work in teams.
May I be on your team, Martha?
Yes, of course you can, Alice.
I like this idea. This will be fun.
We will make history as well as cheese.
I am sorry, Mr. Leland, but I cannot see how we can press that much curd. Where would we do it?
I can help. We can use my apple press.
You see? We can do it.
The people of Cheshire can do anything if we work together.
Very good, children. Thanks to you, everyone will be talking about our cheese and our town.
After the meeting, the people go to work. They milk 934 cows. Everyone helps. The farmers' wives pour hundreds of pails of milk into the vat. They press the curd in the apple press. Today, Mr. Leland has called another meeting.
I am so proud of our town. We have worked well together, but there is much more work to be done. I am not sure how we are going to do it.
What's the problem?
We don't know how we will get this cheese to Washington.
That is a big problem.
Yes, it is. I give up.
Where is the cheese now?
In a vat at my press. What do we do with it now? We cannot move it as it is.
The cheese must be wrapped in cloth.
And pressed in a mold.
How big will this cheese be?
I believe we will have more than 1,000 pounds of cheese, madam.
Imagine that. We don't have to imagine it. We will see it.
Can we make a mold that big?
Yes, we can.
How?
I don't know yet. I can make an oak hoop. We can use it as a mold.
How wide will the cheese be, Mr. Higgins?
4 feet.
4 feet.
4 feet across and about 18 inches tall.
Now, how shall we move that cheese?
By wagon.
By sled.
By boat.
Can I come with you, Mr. Leland?
All the way to Washington, Darius?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I will ask your father. I will need your help.
Thank you, Mr. Leland, sir.
In the winter of 1801, the cheese went by sled, boat, and wagon to Washington. George and Martha put a sign on the cheese.
The greatest cheese in America for the greatest man in America.
From the whole town of Cheshire, Massachusetts.
President Jefferson was very happy. The cheese weighed more than 1,200 pounds. It was served at the president's house for 2 years. The end. Glossary. Cooper, a person who makes wooden hoops, barrels, and tubs. Curd, the solidified part of sour milk that is used to make cheese. Mold, a frame or model used to give a shape to something. Vat, a large tub used to hold or store liquids. Whey, the watery part of milk that separates after the milk has soured and thickened. It is drained off from the curd when cheese is made. The